welcome to another edition of KatSoup, the best and worst of internet humor on the radio. I am Kat.
I am Alex.
The bouncer.
The robot. I just heard a kitty.
I did too. I don't know where that came from. I don't know. We're not sure if that was on the air or just in the room.
I don't know. It could
We'll
come
find
from
out
anywhere.
later, won't we?
Right.
So, Alex.
Yes,
You remember the sports show we did?
Do I?
Yeah. And we thought the jokes were funny, but everyone else thought that we were funnier because we didn't know what the heck we were talking about.
I was dead serious.
And we were sure we were talking right.
I thought the local sports radio station would have us do sports commentary and all kinds of... after that show, I thought, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
We'd make a great team.
And then we got smacked down by everybody, the sports fans that we knew.
Yeah.
That was
not
very
critical
So
of us.
today... We're not talking about sports today, but we may make people laugh for other reasons besides the jokes we're telling. So we'll see.
Is it that bad? That bad?
I don't know. We'll have to ask. I know where I stand on this subject. I'm not sure where you stand. So the trivia question for the day.
Yes.
This is a hint. This is from Zillow.com, where you go if you want to.
Is that the home?
Yeah, where you look at houses.
Yeah.
That are for
I like
sale.
that website.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It has a bunch of advice. Besides just houses, it has advice.
I didn't know you're moving.
I'm not.
Oh.
No, I love my place. No.
We all do.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I don't think. You talk about it often. You have a great sense of style with your orange couch and everything.
And my turquoise chairs. And I said that in a meeting yesterday, that I have an orange couch and turquoise chairs. And you know how people look when they don't want to look surprised? They were like, oh, that sounds lovely. It really is. It makes sense. If you're mid-century, it makes sense.
Right.
So the trivia question for the day is from Zillow.
Okay.
See if you can guess which home improvements add the most and least to a home's value.
I don't know.
What do you think the most important thing you can do to your home if you want to sell it?
Oh, put a swimming pool.
No.
No.
No. That's actually one of the
German.
least. I know we're going to talk Italian today. Oh, well. That's one of the worst things to do.
Why?
Because people don't like pools because they have to take care of them.
Who doesn't like a pool?
Well, and if you're in Ohio especially, because you got to winterproof it. The least important things to do
all right,
are install new carpet, put in upscale fixtures like lights and faucets and all that fancy stuff, in-ground pool, or a deck, which that makes no sense because I would love always to have a deck. You don't get your money. I think it's not that people don't like them, but you don't get your money's worth. Like you pay more than you would pay more than you would actually increase the value of your house. And the most valuable things that you can do to your house.
Okay.
Converting your heating and air conditioning system from fossil fuel to electric.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It saves money. I have electric heat and
oh, do you?
Yeah, and it's a lot cheaper. You can get a new garage door. These are really sexy things.
I would not have thought about that.
Or replace your siding with
I've
vinyl
seen some
siding.
really bad siding jobs lately. Yeah, where it's separating, and they just did it like a year ago.
That's not good.
I don't know. It must be like the Helen Keller,
siding installation
siding
company.
and installation company. Yeah. Have you? And
Oh.
There must be like a cheap siding. But if you're selling your house and somebody sees cheap siding on it, who wants it, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Cheap anything is not good.
Right. That made her drink her Celsius.
It did. I needed that after that. So our joke today.
Yes.
This is from a site called Terrible Puns. And it's terrible because it's spelled T-E-A-R.
Spelled, yeah. Oh, does it have to do with like land?
No.
Terra?
No. It's T-E-A-R. Like.
Hey, is that French?
Like tearing something?
How do you say potato in French?
Le pomme de terre.
There you go.
A poem is apple and...
Who said you didn't know French?
Terre. No, I took 11 years of French. What do you mean?
Yeah, who says she doesn't know French?
Nobody
Pomme
better.
de terre.
Yeah. Anyway, pomme de terre. Yeah, Brian, if you're listening. My friend Brian from high school.
Yeah, we all know.
Teaches French now.
Really?
Yeah.
In the area?
No, he
Let's give him a call. Where's my phone?
He was like one of the best students in class.
Well, I'll bet. I mean,
he and Stephanie Jones if anyone knows where Stephanie Jones is, I would love to see her again. Anyway, those two.
I'd copy off of him if he were the, did people copy off him? Did you copy off
It's hard to copy an accent. That's the only thing. Like, I can speak, but it sounds like I'm an American speaking French.
Yeah. All right.
My joke from
Yes.
Terrible Puns.
Yes.
I figured out how to illuminate my house with Coca-Cola cans.
How?
Well, I don't know, but now I'm so delighted.
You're what?
So delighted.
Delighted?
Soda lighted.
Oh, soda lighted. Oh, okay.
Well, this would be
Soda
where
lighted.
the audible hint would be, which would be bzzz.
Wow.
Know what that is?
Well, they keep getting better. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Wow.
Our theme for today is?
Soda cans.
No.
Cigarette lighters.
No. May no.
Homes.
Home improvement.
Home improvement. That's right.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say
And
next.
this is where I don't know where you stand. I do home improvement, like decorating home improvement. Like I paint stuff myself and all that.
That's really good.
Like I tore out a wall one time and I couldn't figure out how to put one back up.
Mine is color. I'll repaint a living room 4 times.
And you do it yourself. You don't hire someone to paint?
Myself, yeah. And it's a lot of work. I went from like beige to like a Hershey brown to like a, like a green, a sage green. I didn't like any of the colors for the living room, so.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from the
I
little
ran out of
swatches.
money, yeah.
Yeah, well, that happens
paint.
too. Yeah. I put up shelves. I did do that. And, my kitchen.
Yeah.
I did. I tore my kitchen apart and redid the cabinets. But beyond that.
Is that white?
It was white. Now they're turquoise.
Oh.
To match
you should take a picture
to match
of
the
that.
chairs and the. Oh, I have a whole album.
Oh, I love that color.
You need to come over and see my place. Come on.
I will.
So our curious
we're
word.
not going now?
No, we're not going. We have something to do first.
Okay. All right. Bear with us, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
So
only have a couple more minutes to go. Okay, just bear with us.
curious word for the day is monkey wrench.
How did we get from that to...
You'll see here
Okay.
in a minute. So this is from familyhandyman.com, which has a lot of
Monkey
lot of
wrench.
instructions for DIY, but it also has a lot of interesting things like this.
Mhm.
So the phrase throw a monkey wrench into something is an idiom that means to sabotage or frustrate a plan or project. For example, the boss threw a monkey wrench into our plans when he said we'd have to work on Saturday.
We don't use that word enough. That's a good word.
Well, if you sing, who did that song? I Don't Want to Be Your Monkey Wrench? I think that was
Who's
Foo
that?
Fighters.
Oh,
I'm not
was
singing
it?
today.
I don't know.
But,
I
yeah.
like Foo Fighters. I don't remember that
It
one.
was somebody did it. I don't know. I played it in Guitar Hero.
I want to be your monkey wrench.
I don't want to be.
Oh, I don't want to be.
I don't know.
I don't
Comment
know.
down below. I
There's an app for
do
that. We can look
don't
it
want to
up.
be monkey wrench. I don't know.
We can
anyway,
look that up.
I know. I could look that up because hey, it's the internet.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you've probably seen a monkey wrench, Kat. Wait, don't drink yet. It's a tool with 2 parallel smooth face jaws. The upper jaw, this sounds like a guy. The upper jaw is fixed while the lower jaw is connected to an adjustable screw mechanism that can create wider or narrower openings.
Some say this resembles a monkey's face. Hence
Oh.
the name.
Okay.
Others say the lower jaw's movement up and down the wrench looks like a monkey climbing a branch.
Yeah, and some say it was named after Charles Monkey, M-O-N-C-K-Y, the inventor of the wrench. However, the earliest known references to the wrench date back to 1840 when Monkey was only 12 years old. Well, that's a young monkey.
And some say
What?
it's a monkey's hand grabbing onto and holding onto whatever it's gripping. In other words, we're not really sure.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Where'd they get that one from? That's a good one.
That's a whole other show.
Oh.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do a whole show on bad
You've heard
relatives.
that one, right?
Oh, we do that show on bad relatives all the time when we're off air, don't we?
Oh, gosh. We don't have enough time here. Yeah. Okay, well,
So Ranker.com,
yeah.
they do a lot of lists and things. And so
Right.
they collected stories of readers' biggest home DIY failures. So you don't make the same mistakes. That was actually the headline on it.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're pretty handy, you may be tempted to DIY some home renovations or decor. Hiring professionals can get expensive, and you run the risk of getting scammed.
Mm-hmm.
But these stories of home improvement fails might make you think twice about breaking out your tool belt or your monkey wrench. Check out these DIY fails and vote up the worst mistakes you don't want to repeat.
Yeah, like painted my 2-story family room with 3 cans of paint. At the end, I opened the 4th can to hit a few random spots that needed a bit more. The last can was a hair darker shade when it dried, so it looked horrible when I hit it with the last can. Had to put a whole new coat on. Don't forget to mix a bit of each can together, especially on the last coat.
I did not know that. That's a great tip.
I didn't either. That would save me a lot of money.
Yeah. So number 5 is I drywalled the basement and left for a cruise. All the sanding dust clogged the furnace air filter. The furnace shut itself off. The pipes froze and burst when we heated the house back up 2 weeks later. Even the toilet tanks were frozen. And the olive oil. I didn't know that olive oil would freeze, but I know.
That'd be really
it gets
cold.
cold enough, yeah.
Wow. Well, here's one. I accidentally cut my internet line when I was removing old dead wire in our basement. It was the night before Thanksgiving, which meant I was several days with no internet as I didn't want to pay the holiday service fee. From the way my kids acted, you would have thought I cut off their legs.
I bet.
That's true. Well, nowadays,
Where's the internet?
people are lost without their internet, you know.
Maybe like we were without our TVs?
I'm happy when it goes down sometimes because it's calm and cool. You know, it's just quiet. Everything's quiet.
Yeah. Well, you could just not turn it on.
No, I just call you on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works too.
Well, it's better than the internet.
I like, Dave, did you know that we watch certain shows that not a lot of people watch, and he'll call me in the middle. Did you see what she's wearing?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he just said? Oh my God. So we watch TV together, miles apart. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Number 3. Yeah. While renovating our master bathroom, I found some rotten wood and needed to replace it. Pretty easy. So I started cutting out the rotten sections with my Sawzall. I know what that is because I sold a couple. When I did a state sale, it's just a saw, basically.
Is it a small one? A portable one where you can
It's electric.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Everything was going great until I was almost done with the last cut. Shh! I think I've cut a water line, and that was the second sound effect for the day. I think I've cut a water line, and I yell for my wife to shut off the water, but something's not right. Eventually, I figure out that I've cut through the AC Freon line and just vented 13 gallons of R22 into my bathroom. They ran the air conditioning hose under the wooden subfloor. How stupid. I had no idea it was there. Replacement cost $1,500.
I've experienced something similar to that in my apartment, but I can't say it on the air. Okay. I needed a new refrigerator.
Oh.
So,
all right.
Okay. I used a too powerful, that's T-O-O, powerful.
Much too powerful.
Very
powerful.
Power washer to clean the outside of my windows. Now, this ruptured the seals on almost all of the windows and required replacement windows throughout the house, roughly $6,500. Now, wow.
That had to be one heck of a power washer. Yeah.
It just erased everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the number 1 biggest home DIY failure so you don't make the same mistake is...
All right, here it comes. About 10 years ago, there was a TV show on called Extreme Home Remodeling. The premise of it was they could remodel a whole home in 1 week. Well, my wife was traveling for Christmas for around 10 days. She's really picky. And I got into completely a manic state of mind and had my whole house gutted. Electrical, plumbing, heating, bathroom, and kitchen, the whole house. Now, I got one room down by the time she came home. Remodel ended up costing around $70,000. So I budgeted for $12,000 to $15,000 and ended up taking like 6 or 7 months. Months?
Wow. How ignorant.
Yeah.
Did he not notice that on that TV show they had a team of people, a large team of people, and it was television?
They edit and cut and,
Yeah, he thought he could do it in 10 days. Yeah, one room at Wow. So the moral of the story is one room at a time.
Was that in Akron?
It could be.
Oh.
It could be just about anywhere.
It could be in Akron. Okay.
I found some facts.
All right. I'm
about
ready.
DIY. This is from Book Clean Go.
Book Clean Go.
It's a guy that has a cleaning company.
Oh.
Book Clean Go.
Well, that makes sense then. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah. So
Americans spend $538 billion on home improvement stores.
Wow.
At home improvement stores since, let's see, that was in 2021. That was the latest that they did the statistic for that.
And the average home improvement spend, is that right? The average annual home improvement spend per homeowner owner in the U.S. is $7,560. That's a lot of money.
That's insane. That must mean that a lot of people are spending $70,000, $80,000 to make up for me who buys a $10 can of paint once in a while.
Wow. And you never find anybody in Lowe's when you go there. Nobody's around to help you.
Because they're all in Home Depot. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
The average cost of a home remodel can cost anywhere from $15,000 to $200,000. Yeah.
That's amazing. 37% of homeowners prefer to do their renovations themselves rather than hire a professional.
37%.
Mistake.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
Home Depot has a 30% market share, which is worth $1 trillion in the home improvement industry.
Wow. And Lowe's also has a 30% market share, which is worth $1 trillion of the home improvement industry.
So they are similar, but when I go to Home Depot, it's usually full. That's where I go. That's my DIY place of choice.
That's where I go. Lowe's is more slick and nicer on the inside, but I feel more comfortable at Home Depot.
Yeah. I have a Home Depot story.
I do too. I can't say it though.
I am so afraid.
It'll be on the after show.
I just trust him now when he says that, and I don't ask him to really.
Well, a lot of people I know love Home Depot. They do because they get help there.
Yeah.
This is like they should pay us for this commercial.
They really should. They should.
Well, I'm not saying anything else about them.
Well, now this will blow it here.
Yeah.
When I was between jobs one time, I found this little part-time job, and I thought, oh, this will be easy. It was overnight.
Yeah.
And I stocked and took inventory at a Home Depot store.
Really? How was that?
I was counting nuts and bolts and putting them in those little drawers, and it was interesting. I mean, I can count, but we had to use this awful-looking scanner thing.
What did it do?
It scanned, and then you had to put in numbers, and it was always not working, and I got fired because I couldn't work the machine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
More jokes.
All right, here we go.
From around the internet. This one, it took me a while on this first one. My lawyer painted their home yellow. It's a legal pad.
Yeah. I like that one.
Okay, no one said these were good jokes.
I like that one, though. Okay, here's another really good one, too. The lobby had too many oversized potted plants. You couldn't see the foyer for the trees.
I like that one.
That's good.
I asked the carpenter if I needed gutters installed. He said, they're on the house.
These are dad jokes, aren't they?
Yes, pretty much.
I ordered a bed from IKEA, and they sent me a tree trunk and a saw.
That's so very accurate. And we have to go. We have to go to IKEA. That was the discussion the other night.
I didn't know that the Columbus one was smaller than Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh is
You're
bigger.
probably right.
I had the better impression of the Pittsburgh one, and it's not really Pittsburgh, so it's easier to get to and closer.
How come they didn't build one in Cleveland? They were going to build. Remember that?
Yeah, it's probably too close to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I like at IKEA?
What? I like a lot of stuff.
I like their lunchroom because they have the best desserts.
Yeah.
Those little desserts.
I like other stuff there, too.
Swedish meatballs. I can't do the Swedish meatballs.
I kind of like them, but I always go there with a friend because this is very true. I never can find my way out because they have
Of IKEA?
Yeah, it's complicated.
There's footsteps on the floor, Alex.
Well,
you just have to follow.
I had to call my friend Jeff. He says there's a restroom hallway in the one in Columbus. You have to walk down this hallway to the restrooms.
Yes.
I didn't know
and
that.
And you couldn't find your way back.
Oh no,
because they don't have
panic.
the footsteps to the bathroom.
They don't, and they don't. They don't have. And I kept going to. I don't usually have panic attacks, but I called Jeff, and he's like, just, go to the restroom and, that metal door. I said, yeah. He said, open it up. And there I was to the checkout. They do that on purpose.
We have to go to IKEA. You know why?
Why?
Because I buy the dish towels.
Yeah.
These cotton linen dish towel things. Mm-hmm. And I can tell when I have to go to IKEA because mine start getting grungy and the bleach no longer works on them, so we have to go because I need to stock up.
I like gadgets like the little lemon squeezers and stuff. Those gadgets they have.
The garlic press where you just put the whole garlic clove in and you... Okay, this show is turning into cooking instead of...
Welcome to Cooking with Kat.
My husband is so good at home repairs that they have a special VIP area for him in the emergency room. Yow.
That's like Jeff and I. We used to go out eating at...
Who is Jeffy Jeff?
My friend
He
from
sounds
Ashland.
like a DJ.
No, Jeff. And
Okay.
Real quick, we used to go eat once in a while at, Olive Garden. And they always put us in this one section. And so one time we went in, we said, why do you always seat us in this one section? And this is in Mansfield. She goes, well, we call it our lavender section. Aren't you a couple? I said, are you kidding? We're not a couple.
Lavender section?
True story. A lavender section.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad lighting. Okay, so I ordered the bed from... Oh, no, I did that.
Yeah, you did that already. You could order it again if you'd like, and we could talk about IKEA again.
I love IKEA.
But this actually kind of works into what you were talking about.
Yeah,
with your...
yeah. Well, my friend, Jeffy Jeff, wants me to stain the new wooden fence in her backyard. And so I'm going to eat spaghetti over the next few weeks.
Over it. Spaghetti over it.
Over it. Yeah, that's funny.
Here I am watching Property Brothers, and the lady's profession is dog manager. Their budget for their home improvement is $725,000. What am I doing wrong with my life?
Is that true?
Dog manager.
Dog manager.
Yow.
Well, not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For instance, drilling a large hole is boring, but fastening two pieces of metal together is riveting. I know. I never liked shop. I don't know.
We should have like a sound effect for dad joke.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for riveting.
Dad joke. No. You want to hear? Hey, Alan, you just lost your microphone.
Okay, I'm
We're
back.
so professional, aren't we?
It's way up there. Okay.
You want to hear a construction joke?
Sure.
Hold on, I'm working on it.
All right, where am I at here? I told my carpenter I didn't want carpeted steps. He gave me a blank stare.
So we have a choice here.
Yes.
We either have home improvement tips from Home Depot or the worst trading spaces reveals in the history of the show.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We were talking about this before the show. If you remember Trading Spaces, it's where a couple switched homes for a week and then ruined the other person's home. But they had lawsuits because some of the improvements were so bad and people were so upset. There's actually this woman who's been dubbed Crying Pam because she came into, I forget which room they did, but she walked in for the reveal and she just couldn't stop crying. She had to go in the other room, and unfortunately she left her microphone on. And so you could hear her. You could, no.
Good crying.
Oh, they ruined my home.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They ruined my...
So this is from House Beautiful. This is the top 10 list for the 8 worst trading spaces reveals in the history of the show.
Gosh.
If you're not familiar, the premise of the reality TV show Trading Spaces was that 2 sets of neighbors swapped homes for 48 hours and redecorated one room in each other's home with the help of a designer and carpenter. What could possibly go wrong?
And this was on for seasons.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Inspired by the show Stranger Things, one of the show's designers turned the entire concept of interior design on its head. Literally, she hung all the furniture from the ceiling. What? Because why not? Oh, because people actually have to live in this house. That's why. I wish I would have seen that episode.
I didn't.
Do you remember that?
I didn't see that episode, but
crazy.
I saw this one.
Okay.
One of the most infamous reveals in Trading Spaces history was the episode featuring the woman Crying Pam. Oh, here it says, the designer named Wilson chose to cover the homeowner's brick fireplace with a modern white facade, which was the one thing she said, don't change. If you change anything in my house, don't touch the fireplace. So she breaks down in tears, and she's quietly telling Paige. Remember Paige?
Yeah,
she was
I
a
love
host.
Paige.
She was so
Yeah,
good.
I liked her.
So this woman, Pam, was telling Paige that she'd have to leave the room, unfortunately. Yeah, she still had her mic on.
All right, here we go. Taking a cue from the homeowner's love of horror films, one designer redecorated a couple's kitchen with blood red walls, coffin-shaped shelves, and a bloody tarp so-called art installation over the kitchen table.
I remember that one.
I don't remember that one.
And they expected people to eat in there. Yeah.
That was bizarre.
Number 5. One designer answered every 7-year-old boy's dream in the episode where she chose to paint the walls with paintball guns. Not hanging them, but shooting paintballs at the walls. Problem was, paintballs are more than actual paint, and the bright pink splatters quickly became a greasy, drippy mess. She blamed it on the heat. To make matters worse, the force of the gun damaged the drywall and the oil was impossible to clean, so painting over it, not an option.
That's crazy, you know.
It is crazy.
You would think that producers would step in and say, hey, that's a bad idea, don't do that.
Oh, no, they did. I think
did.
they thought they were going to get ratings.
Yeah.
This one's awful, too.
A beach-themed room could be nice. A beach inside your room, complete with outdoor furniture, a tree, and an open flame torch is not. The worst part is that the homeowners wanted to undo the room entirely, which they presumably did. The sand-covered floors ensured that the process would be a true nightmare.
Instead of carpet, they dumped inches of sand in the room.
That's too much.
That's because the sand's going to be everywhere else in your house, too.
How would you vacuum that room? Just asking. Okay.
Yeah. Number 3. In one homeowner's bathroom, the designer stapled hundreds of fake flowers. They were those little plastic tacky ones to the walls and painted all the trim gold. All things considered, it could have been worse.
And if there was ever a risk, Kathleen, of the homeowners forgetting that designer Hildy Santos Thomas was the one to inject her, shall we say, unique sense of taste into their home, the designer once put up an accent wall in a dining room featuring a floor-to-ceiling mosaic rendering of her own face.
The designers. And if you thought that was bad, the number one worst trading spaces reveals in the history of the show that cost them the most money in lawsuits.
Never content to simply paint the walls, designer Hildy aimed to think outside the box, way, way outside the box. And perhaps the epitome of what was when she had the bright idea to paint the ceiling pink and glue straw to the walls as some kind of avant-garde wall treatment, the homeowners predictably hated it. Oh
my God. I remember grass cloth was a type of wallpaper at one point, like in the 70s, and it had it looked like strings of
But this is straw.
Grass. But this was actually pieces of straw that she stuck to the walls.
And they put a no smoking sign in the room. They had to.
I remember watching that and thinking, this is not good. This is not going to turn out well.
And they were smokers, too.
So we're going to give you just a couple DIY hints from Ranker. These are actually from Home Depot until we have to go here.
All right.
So here at KatSoup, if not helpful.
Yes.
We're nothing if not helpful. Here are some excerpts from a story titled, I'm so tired this morning. Home Depot hacks to up your DIY game.
Oh, I was up here. Buy Oops Paint. Home Depot sells Oops Paint for the way cheaper than the other stuff. Oops Paint is custom mix paint that was made for a customer who decided not to buy it. Since the store wants to get rid of it, they'll usually sell it for 70 to 80% less than full price. If you're willing to use colors someone else picked out, you can save big time. Bob?
Wow. This one takes a bit of math. Don't buy something if it's about to be marked down even further. When a Home Depot item price ends in 06, like $2.06, it's a clearance item that won't be marked down for 6 more weeks.
Okay.
But after that time, items that aren't sold will be marked down even further. The price will probably then end in 03. $4.03.
Let's write this down.
After 3 weeks, the item will go away forever. So check the yellow price tag.
I didn't know that.
That is all we have for today.
Gosh.
I am Kat.
And I'm Alex.
And together we're
doing in ourselves.
No? We are KatSoup.
KatSoup.
The best of internet humor. We're going to get that right one day, folks. On the radio.
Bye, everybody.
Voter registration, October 7th. Don't forget. Go to vote.org. Call the, whatever your county voter registration place is.
Yeah.
We are on WEYE on radio.net. We have a podcast on Spotify.
Yeah, doing well.
We clean this up a little bit. Facebook is KatSouper. Please go to that page, because we'd like to record this on that page, and we can't until we have more people that are on it.
We're getting serious here for a moment.
Yeah,
yes.
Please ask your friends. You never have to look at it. Just, like it. And then on YouTube, with the magic of Alex's video.
There we go.
YouTube.
It's a lot of fun.
At KatSoup on the radio.
It's
you do a great job, too.
Thanks, Kat.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Oh, it would be ciao in Italian.